Right, welcome. We are hopefully live with some more madness, but this time not modded madness. Gonna start with this skip because that seems reasonable. Cash is good. We do. I don't know what's better, honestly. In terms of Pokemons. Are we gonna draw 10s, kings, or aces? I would like to play not a 2-pair. Preferably a... Cool. Can do this in one. I mean, on Plasma deck this should be easy to do in one hand. We can save some more cash because we need all the cool things as usual. So to do this, I mean, we are using jokers for setup, so if you think that's a banned approach, that's what I'm gonna do anyway. It's just the way it is. I don't see another way to make this happen. But we should need something like 438 kings with a red seal on this deck, which is still a lot. But draw Jack, I need that anyway. And we'll see if we can solve that. That seems a little bit complicated still. But we're using these things for the setup. And then, since just printing 438 kings, honestly with the strong seed, doesn't seem that hard. It's still going to be hard because we still need to do... Like, we need the cash, we need to do the bean magic, we need to print ectoplasms. We need cryptids. We need to find all the jokers to do all the things. But to make it worse, there is this approach now to draw cards with the stuntman. Thank you and welcome. It's kind of... I guess I'm just a no energy man. That's why I have the voice that I have. Well, it's fine by me. So is it Seance, the blessed boy, is actually in this ante. So I should spend some cash now. Yeah, the streams are kind of new. And it's the doc tech. That's where I learned it at least. So instead of just having the 200 we don't need 219 because it's likely that we have more than 0 kings at that point. I should also use some of these just so we get the interest. I don't know if it's better to just use one more now or wait until we have more jokers so that the pile is worth more. What do I want to play anyway? Like some kind of house, preferably. Or a straight. I'm always luckier with the high straights, I don't know why. It's equally likely to draw either of those. Yeah, of course. Having 3 pair in hand is the worst. Because which one am I gonna draw more of? Because I didn't buy a joker, so it's gonna be a 2-pair, perfect. We don't need to do it in one hand if we're getting the... But just wasting all the discards for nothing is not the best way to play. There should be enough with 2 hands, and we can buy something for score as probably reasonable. We have the blueprints, so literally anything will do. We could have this guy. It's gonna score too much, which is a problem. I plan on using a stupid amount of blueprints to print a mix of cryptids and whatever the card is called that clones a joker. So we have... I want to print the cards in the deck beforehand, so we don't just print them all in one hand, because that seems too easy. So instead we're going to clone like 200 stuntmen to draw 440 cards and then sell everything and hit the infinity number, probably. Also welcome. It's a very, very dumb approach, but I figure that's a more interesting way to do it, even if it's going to be very hard and wacky. I'm always wasting on my discard, so that's not a good pick. We can get this guy. We can get... Do we want the square man? Not sure we do. So I can't remember what I've been using for score earlier, but we do need something. Is there not like a... Whatever the guy is called that gives you ships based on what's left in your deck. Fine, let's do the square man. So now these are worth more. I don't know how... So I need to do a couple of rerolls now to be able to reach as deep as we need to go. We sprint more cash. Play around maybe. And you might as well sit here with your big 0 ships. So now we're playing 2 pair. Yeah, blue joker, exactly. I think I used that last time, I don't remember. But I'm fairly certain there is one ready and available. But we are also on plasma, so like this is fine. Also like this retriggering of 8 ships is... it's a terrible way to do it. If we can get the hand size to 438 cards, I think we need to go later than until 39. It's probably possible, but it gets harder to do the bean the later we go, I think, because if I have to... I don't want to sell everything every single round of the bean. I hope I turned... I literally deleted... It's the strongest seed I know, I guess is the answer. I'm trying to... I literally tried to build a second PC yesterday just to do seed searching, to find something else that's wacky. But for now, I don't have that. Alive. So we have the one that we need, which is cool. Might as well use... But do we need anything else? Because we need to do deck management and all that as well. So this, I think, somehow I literally drew... I remember it was this suit. So I just happened to land... Like, we have a straight flush instantly. Can reactivate this once. Square man is not gonna... No, that's not the right thing, this one. But we don't need to because we don't have room anyway, and then I guess we might as well slam in the 7 extra ships we have. I am reading chat. Also welcome. I mean, the strategy is insane, because... Again, so I guess this is just scripted in the seed, but that's still insane. Like, we pick this up, we instantly have the ectoplasm. There's no point keeping extras because we have showman. But we need 438 kings with the red seal, so I need to remember to pick up wherever the red seal queen is. And then we're just going to print 17 million... Well, we really only need 400 something spectral cards, which is doable, but getting the perfect split of them is going to be very hard. Thank you, that's very cool to hear. It's also interesting how much I hear I'm underrated, which I guess it's nice to hear. It's better than hearing that I'm useless or whatever, but I clearly don't know how to spread my videos anywhere. Maybe it will be fine in time. Do we need anything here? So I have lots of notes on things that we need. By far the biggest problem from last time was the vouchers. So how do we land every single voucher in the game before Ante 14? That's tricky, as we don't have a bean in 16. Did you perfect that in this seed or just in general? Because that still seems crazy. If you have that set up, you can probably go literally as late as you want. We need colas. Where are the colas? There is one in here, right? So there is still... Like, I don't want to just slam in all my cash and not get the stuff that we need. So we need to, like, vaguely plan this. Hopefully not in a terrible way. Because as usual, we need to do a million things. We need to print cash for now. We need realistically a golden ticket to do that better. We need to set up more seance, because we need also... Whatever the cloning card is called, we need cryptids. And then I should have had a mod to also stack that. We must just do this. Like, get some cards set up for seance. That's what I'm thinking. Should bring this as well. Problem is that now Perkeo or Perkeo, whatever he is called, will be printing that. We also need to manage the deck so we can draw the things that we want. Alright, so are you the guy that commented on YouTube that tried to go for the 100k on the cat or whatever? Thank you. I mean, I don't know what normal Balatro is like anymore. It's like, that's the honest answer. You can AFK. This is going to take a million years. So what do we have? We made a jack, so we have one extra jack. And if I'm always luckier with the higher cards, might as well do this. I don't want to... Maybe we do want to print some of these actually, because they're not bad. I'm just gonna look for the high straights. So if we can find that we're already just a 10 off. You're not the guy, no, but you still know what you're doing with the stuff, which is cool. I mean, chances that I just draw. We actually did. Problem now is that I guess we just sell this now, because I don't want to just randomly ectoplasm a DNA, which is my guess of where it's going to land. I can do this again, and you can sit there with your 8 ships and look cool. It's something poker related, maybe, probably. That's one of the things that we need. That's not one of... It's the right one, yeah. Copy, destroy, yeah. So we can do, ideally, something like 200 and whatever stuntmen with that at some point in the future. But now we also need to think, because I don't want to like use all of these and then not print. Like, this is the tricky stuff with printing cards, that I have to keep a majority of, like, we might as well have, I probably have to do that just to make sure I print more temperance, because if I don't have them up until we have the golden card, I'm not going to have enough cash to do all the re-rolling, to get the colas, to get the blueprints, to get the whatever else we need. I have literally no idea what the stuntman will do in any situation ever. I think I've used him probably once. We have one more round, maybe this is fine. Let's see what's in here also. This is cool. We made a queen, we made a jack. Let's make a king also. And we can make a 10 or an ace with that. I'm not gonna draw them every time, but... So he's already... Okay, cool. We can sell that. So I need to also get the interest. Now the stack is worth more, which is nice. We also probably have to use this already, because we can print cards that we can use for the straight flushes. We already really only need one more card, because the delivery out of this card is crazy. Getting everything I need every single time. Do we save the hearts? I really only want the straight flushes, but... unlikely to get them all that easily. Yeah, that's the thing we're trying to do. So stuntman should be... I guess that's like my way of making this harder, just because I can. I don't really need to, but... need to also reactivate the boy to actually get them. Because he still counts for this, right? You only have to play 4 cards, he doesn't care if it's an actual hand. Nice. Now we have all of these cool things that don't matter anymore, but we have 4 jacks, that's at least a hand. This is my biggest problem early on. I'm just thinking about all the 400 different steps I need to do, and I crash out in ante 3. I'm from Sweden. I don't really feel Swedish, I guess, if that makes any sense. I'm an internet person, really. I exist entirely on the internet and in my own brain cell. So this thing we need, what do we sell though? Like, do we sell the DNA? Do we sell... Always the problems. Because I don't know what we can get back easily. Yeah, I'm stuck in Balatro, come save me. So we need a showman in 6 for blueprints. I can't sell a blueprint, that's insane. I don't want to, it has to be you. Then we can do this. Do we have anything to replace it with already, or is it like it's too greedy to keep digging now? I also don't remember where I have a golden ticket, but... But we still need the blueprint as well, like... It's the balancing of all the things, and it's never going to be perfectly balanced when I play it, because... Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not actually good at the game, it's more like a guerrilla playing. So it's just going to be experimental madness. So I'm stuck in Balatro. How many years do I have to stay in Balatro and make videos though? Like at some point I have to do something else. So we have the 10, like, I could just go the 9, but I'm gonna just gamble on the queen. We don't have a queen. We can do... We can just fish for the... whatever it's called, the straight. We have a queen. We have 2 of these. But we only have... We only need the queen, right? Or am I insane? Oh, that's good enough. You can make disco cards. I mean, unlikely to make disco cards, but that's a thing that we might as well use. Also here we need to buy cards, because they are cool. Specifically that card. Anything else in here that's useful? So I don't know if you guys ever do seed science, but I have like a quick list of the things I'm looking for that I will maybe remember to look at. And I have the soul, as it's called, open. To try to find things as I go, because I don't just want to write down every single move, like that's boring. I'm just going to play it, maybe remember to save, go back and fix things when they go horribly wrong. We should make... I'm just gonna do this so we don't have that many cards. Like I still want to just... Do we save this for the golden card, or do we just not? So I instantly have a problem now where I'm gonna have to use it anyway, but we can use it in the round. Because now I don't have DNA, so I can't clone the queen until later. We have a negative DNA at some point, but I think it's fairly late. So do we need to dig for anything here? Like we should replace the cola with something, but what? There's no point spending cash if there's nothing cool to pick up. There's a Midas, is that good? We could make more golden cards that way. Let's just move on. That is one way to do. I think we need 876 planets, which is a lot. Seems possible, but I kinda don't want to waste the ore on here because it's going to end up not being disco. But now we have more cards than we need. Let's just use it anyway, so we... So instead I'm going for cryptids and stuntman, hopefully. So we need a different king to make this work. We don't have the ticket anyway, so no point keeping you. Yeah, it's the seed. I think it would be impossible otherwise. Play this guy. Just play 4 random cards. Like, I need to not just waste all my disc. I do that all the time. It's like... I'm just gonna blame there's too many things to pay attention to. I can't focus on them all. Don't have any more cards. We have a straight now, but it's not a cool enough straight. We can realistically land you with just the jacks and score enough. Because the sooner we can get all the spectral cards we need, the sooner we can throw this out and we can focus on cash and other cool things. Can make another jack maybe with this. I should really also upgrade some cards with... Because without DNA, it's actually already a problem. I think maybe we should just go back and not sell that, but then what do I sell instead? Because when we're getting to ante 8, if I'm thinking ahead, we can realistically do the bean thing. Yeah. The rank doesn't matter now, but I'm thinking I need to do the ante 8 boss with no scoring jokers. So we're going to have like 17, 18, 19 hands, whatever it ends up being. But I need to have like actual cards that do something to score. So what do I get for that instead? So I'm already thinking I should go back and have the DNA, but I don't know what's better. So just having a cola is... Why do we have a cola? Just gonna use this also so we don't end up printing things we don't need. So again, we have sort of a straight setup, but it doesn't matter if it's not a straight flush. 9-10 is good. We don't need you. We need a jack. So we can maybe do... So we can like squeeze in some score now, so we can still beat it in the end. But no jack is no good. Welcome back, that was quick. That was already too much score, perfect. I don't know if it's worth skipping, because we should have a juggle tag. I don't even know what that does on the top of my head. Double tag, I know what it does. She's not rolling. Let's get the voucher, because we need to do all the vouchers. But that's only for one. So this is already a problem now, where we don't need so many of these. I'm gonna like use a bookmark and probably sell some of these now, because like this is one of the most annoying things to do, where we need to just keep track of all the cards. I shouldn't be a big score. Alright, we're discarding, of course. Read the boss blinds. I never read the boss blinds. It's not a big problem. Okay, do we still need all the... I mean, we have the... Yeah, but you kind of need to read to do things right. So we don't... Again, we don't have the right cards. We can maybe find them. So we only need a 10. But since we're going to just discard if I play a hand. Still not the correct setup, but it's like better used to play the 4 cards than for the square man. And again, can at least boost the boy a bit. There's too many things to read, like I have 3 screens, they are filled with things I need to read constantly all the time. And I'm not reading any of them. Okay, so here we should have a golden ticket later. Why do I still have a cola? Because I haven't found anything else useful. This is not bad either. Just make things easier. I don't think we will be having a blueprint thing to sell for that now anyway. So we don't need to dig for anything here either if I'm not wrong. I could be very wrong, though. And I'm just stacking these so that I keep printing cash for now. Like, I don't know if this is worth skipping. Maybe it is. It's one more tag. But we miss out on 3 of these. Let's just try it. I'm still thinking I have to go back for the DNA. And probably sell the square man and grab something else after. Could have kept the lower cards because they were probably good, honestly. We can play some random things for the square man again. The main reason I want the DNA is just that we can make more cards so that it's easier to play a straight flush, so we get the spectral cards that we need quickly. So you need to be either... I think we're just playing this. Fire Joker. Are we on Pokemon still? That's just an actual, almost real straight flush. Could also just do this. We're going to spend thousands of Balatro dollars, so... But that's the last card that we need. Unless I've forgotten something. So now we need to juggle 3 different spectral cards. Cash cards. We need also... Spiritually really is good enough for me. But now, when it's done its job, you can get the gold card in. But because I don't have DNA, the ticket is worse. So maybe that's also just a bad call. But whatever, we're moving on with that. We can use some of these and start to print. Because if we print more cryptids, we can make more golden cards that way also. Like, that's good enough for me. Is there another mod to stack consumables in like a manageable way that is not Saturn? Because using that with Steam modded will just everything explodes every single time. So this is the ectoplasm, this is this thing. And then a cryptid that is not cool enough yet. Yeah, Saturn is a huge problem that I don't think I can use anymore. It also breaks the bean bug, which is interesting. I've never heard of that, though. But I'm also not sure if it is actually Saturn or if it is the Steam modded that's needed to make every mod work, really. What am I playing? I'm playing a face card square man, maybe. So you are way bigger than the face card, at least that's good. We're supposed to do this. Yeah, it's a modded accidental patch. We need way more score also. Also, streaming is something I find hard for now. I'm gonna get better at it, hopefully. Because I'm not paying attention to the things I need to pay attention to. Do we play you? Because we get this also. More ships is more good. I tend to mix words as well, but I kind of blend them rather than just shorten. But now we have okay cash, but we need to roll fairly deep here, so we could also use these to go to like, well, we don't need to now because we already have the spectral cards that we need. And I'm always questioning now, do I just sell so I have like one of each to increase the chances of getting an even spread, or the seed is... That's the seed. Bring a fool in here in case we have a death card maybe. We don't, we have another fool, perfect. But we can make cash with that. Better than nothing. Yeah, I think it's the most used seed. We want a cooler golden ticket. It's a good mark to see where we are. There is another coal line here, but there's more importantly 2 blueprints. We don't need these. I mean, they're not bad still, but how much cash do we want to waste? Maybe that's fine. No, I need to sell something else. Perfect. But we don't need both of these. That's actually fine. I mean, I appreciate everyone helping out. Literally anything I don't need to do myself is incredible. We got a cryptid finally. But we have... because this is where the trolling happens, where he's going to print only these. And I need the split. Keep 2 of those. We have the bookmarks, we can vaguely keep track. I don't need all 3 of them later, we only need 2, so it's going to be easier. Which is good. But I also kind of want to use the cryptids now to get some of these going. And just like play for cash. And throw in a 6 and score with that guy anyway. Didn't even look at how much cash we made, but we made some cash. Not the worst. Or you just showing up and helping out like that, that's very useful. It's the kind of guy you want around. The problem now also is, like, why did I grab the ticket when I'm going to have to sell everything to fit in the blueprints anyway. And I'm fairly certain I had a blue joker or a bull for score previously. The bull is... I mean, now maybe it's not a problem, because I can't play more hands anyway, so we might as well just play 1 hand and score. That's fine. None of these will help. Will that reset the wild card? Because that's also just worse. I'm gonna sell 1 more of these. I have 2 of these and 2 ectoplasms, and that's it. Like, we have 1 cryptid and temperance, so they are like the bookmarks. We don't need those. And I don't need... It's really the cloning cards and the cryptids that we need to stack. Yep, that's correct. Fish for this guy also. That's the perfect emperor. Some of these wouldn't be bad, but if I'm trying to print 4 different consumables, it's going to be impossible. We will get exactly what we don't want every single time. Also, do we want to just... I think we wait for next round still, because I don't know what to sell. We don't need these 2 at the same time. So I think we're just selling the square man. I'm going to have to sell all of them in 1 ante anyway, so not the end of the world. I'm gonna try to do both. So we're doing cash, we're doing double tags for vouchers, we're doing beans, we're doing cryptids, we're doing stuntman. Like, I'm just juggling 70 different things. Why? I don't know. It's just the way I was gonna say like to do it. It's just make things way more complicated than they need to be. Now we have too many ectoplasms also, because we're going to print only ectoplasms. We got the death card, which is cool. I'm just gonna make some more of these right away, because you just need to keep things reasonably managed. We can now actually maybe draw more queens also. How many do I have? One more, unlikely. So we can make some cash. Maybe. So 16 bucks per played card, not bad. Then this guy is used to score now because he also scales with the cash. But I'm seeing so many problems already in that we don't have enough. I mean, we can make more of these, thankfully, which is nice. But I'm wondering if... Is it going to be enough to play golden cards for score at the boss? I don't think it will. I'm making basically no money. I'm not paying anyone anything for now. Maybe later. Like, you need a lot of use, apparently, to make any cash in this. 8 Balatro dollars I can do. Like, that's literally this card. More people, welcome. Also gonna use these again so we can try to print the things that we will need. That's pretty big, that's cool. Like, imagine having 23 people behind you when you play a game at wherever you play games. It's a pretty big crowd. So here we need... Oh yeah, we have the burglar here, right. That's the problem with this. I could take notes on literally how deep everything is as well, but it's a lot of work for no reason. It should be correct. And for now, it's like I'm just going to keep throwing them away. Yeah, but it's tricky with titles. So it's like I really don't want to just be clickbait or scream that everything is broken or bugged or whatever. Like, the suggestions, if you try to use tools for titles, it's only that. And personally, I'm like allergic to those titles. But sometimes I also don't know how I should title it to be like correct, but also interesting enough. I'm amazed I have a decent voice. I guess that goes for everyone, like, most people don't like listening to their own voice. Now I have listened to myself enough that I realized I can do things with my voice that's not bad. Nice people are also a nice resource to have. Cryptids we might as well use as well. I mean, we need them for later, but for now we just need cash. Cash is everything early on. And with the bull, we are going to score in one hand anyway, so might as well slam in 5. Now you're going to have a problem keeping track, because I'm going to also just ruin the pile every single round. How do we percolate viewers into a good stream, though? That's a question for the ages. We've already lost the burglar. He's over here. Right, we're not that far off. Good. Banana. Could have a banana just for good luck. It's a hermit now. I wish I had another death card. We also don't need this. So we can make more cash. And also remember to move the guys. Juggle all the things. What do I slam you in here? Just you get multiplied by Perkeo as well. Yeah, sounds like a big brain idea. Okay, we have some kind of score. We also have double tags. I'm going to skip... Like, the next ante is funny because we need to do the... I missed the blueprint. Perfect. I don't remember which round that was either, but it's going to be saves coming. This is too late. This is good. Maybe. So, like, good luck keeping track of the pile. Because I'm going to be all over the place. Just the way that it is. We can make some more of these. We need the target also. So I picked up one of them and then I just forgot the other one. It's still 2-2-1. Get this. Maybe we just do this. This. So we don't need you, so this is easy at least. We can print more cards, we can make things worse. And we can get some of these. Maybe just have them on the 9s. Should have used the death card also because I don't want to print one of those. I think I was gonna have to, like, because it's more important we get cryptids and a couple of ectoplasms now, because we want to be able to use those. The sooner the better, really. After the bean shenanigans, which is going to be spicy. Or because I sold the showman. I'm not surprised. And we can, any hand now will just score enough, so let's just get the queens involved. Yeah, I would very much like to have the vouchers so we can do it again and again, but I don't know how to line that up. Okay, good. Now we just need the stuntman. Not the stuntman, the other guy, the burglar. We don't need him now, we just need to spend like a reasonable amount of cash. Yeah, we're going to do all the things. There will be beans, there will be cryptids, there will be this thing for stuntman. We need 438 something kings. So we're going to need like 200 something of these. Enough cryptids to just make the cards that we need. We can use DNA also later. We can use the file management. I have tried Chico in one... I mean, I've tried him in multiple runs, but it has generally gone horribly wrong. Because just getting the hand size is nice. That's one of the things that we need. And I find Chico more interesting. But I've had a hard time making him work. How many cryptids do we have? Playing 4 is probably fine. Because to make, like, we could print 200 whatever cryptids, just slam in the cards in one hand and go, but that seems too easy. So we're taking these as well, so that we can clone 200 something stuntmen, and then use that to draw the cards. So it's not a smart decision. It's a decision to make it worse and harder, but simply because I think that is hopefully more interesting. Yeah, exactly that. So what do we have? We have again one of these. It's better than nothing, right? And we are close to the burglar, probably. Move the guy. We don't need the cards. If you sell a stuntman, you draw 2 cards, apparently. Yeah, that's true that Chico and the Crimson Bean, they can never meet. You can do one or the other. Or potentially you could do Chico up to Ante 8 and then sell him and do something else. Now I have just a stupid pile also, because I forgot to sell things. This is why I have the Temperance bookmarks. I'm like just selling. I'm wondering if we just do this and we try to print more cryptids now so we can make the cards. And I also need a strength card because I just realized I'm printing queens. We don't want queens, we want kings. I have no idea when I'm gonna do it, just when I have enough cards. Which requires a stupid amount of setup. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can count to 2, so I'm fine managing consumables for now. No one is required to stay around. That is perfectly fine. And now we need to probably sell this because I just want to keep the ball to make it easier for now. I'm already thinking I will have to go back and do things better. Also, where do I have a strength card? Because when you need one, it's not gonna be in a pack. Do we need them to be like a Golden King one? We could have also tried to print more. What am I even thinking about? Also forgot to move this guy, but we don't need to move him. Let's just see where we're at with this. The plan is many Steel Kings and some Stuntman shenanigans. But first, beans. And I think this is like 100 cards deep or whatever, so we need to do some digging now. I'm going to also skip the negative tag because we need voucher tags. I have already forgotten to look for colas, probably missed some. It's a lot of things to try to do. Still fun to try to do, but... Okay, strength, perfect. We can now do this, and we can make some of the kings. Good. That's one of the things that I forgot to do. Maybe sort of salvaged. That's a good idea and something I will definitely do at some point. Yeah, there is a negative tag here. And I think I have also written down that we have one in 15 and 17. And maybe later as well. Because I've played this before, I don't remember the details, but... I know we've done some spicy setups. So the Baron is cool. Not allowed to come along now. Because he's not that cool. And I don't really know what I'm doing with this. Like, get it to be even. Maybe we just try to get the split. So we're not taking this. Again, I forgot to move the guy. But now we can get using these. Don't need these. And the cryptids we don't really need to keep, but I still need to keep like an even amount or I will never print a cryptid. I will only print what I have more of, so I'm gonna try to not waste all of them now. No, we don't even have the ticket now, so we just need the score. We should be fine as long as we have this guy. For the boss it will be way harder because we will have to sell this guy also. But I'm thinking, well, if we just get the bean done, we can maybe think about everything else after. So where are we at? Ace Man. That's the very far back. Yep. I would like to do the stencil as well, but not now. We don't have room to tower block too many things though. And because we're printing the things we're printing up, we kind of just have to pick up whatever death cards we find, and that will have to be good enough. Let's do something like that. Should have also used some planets. Not like, am I even putting these in the right place? Sorting the pile. This is like also where the madness sets in. Don't need these. We need less ectoplasms. I don't know how many of them I'm actually going to use or where. You're probably right that stencil has to be, because then we need to keep them. Here we don't need to keep them, so it doesn't matter that we use nuke everything. But stencil, that's not a straight. I'm blind. That is at least a full house though. Which probably again not necessary with this guy, but we're selling him now. Yeah, we could do the full. Seems useful also. So move you so we don't forget. Because now it's time for bean madness. Wherever it happens to exist. There we go. So we sell this guy, we get the bean. Yeah, I'm trying to use, like I'm using jokers for the setup where it's going to be just absolutely impossible, but then we're trying to do whatever it's called, stuntman later. Not you. Don't want too many of these now. Remember to move the dude. Go in. And then we're going to do probably the dumbest play of all time, but we sell you. We sell you, sell all of these. And then we try to do bean. That sounds like a cool seed. I sold the bean, perfect. I'm awake. I think I said the dumbest play of all time, and that was correct. Not the bean, that's like one of the few things we need. That's the one. And we could sell this, but it seems unnecessary to sell a negative. Could sell this guy also. But... And I think the main problem I had here last time is that I also need to actually play hands to get some score. I forgot to even load into the hand. Well, that is in the brand name, so... Is a straight going to be just... Maybe with this it will be... Yeah, good. We need like that kind of hand to build up the score a bit, like play some terrible pairs and whatever. It's not enough, 190, but we can play like 4 of a kind is maybe good. Yeah, I know you. With the man with all the records. So it's possible, it's just... Can I pay attention and actually do it, or am I going to bean sit 400 times along the way? Yeah, observatory is fine. If I remember correctly, it will require like 876 planets, which is still a lot, but doable. That's why we need to do the bean stuff now, to have like a million blueprints later. And I think I have already ruined it now, but that we can play these with some of these. Because last time I did this without scoring jokers, I had better cards in hand that actually had ships on them and stuff. So we can do bean stuff now, but I don't think we can beat the round. Unless we just get some really cool 5 of a kind with like this, but... Because like 2000 score and I'm already out of cards. Like this is not gonna work. So we have to go back. Let's just see where we get the bean to though. If we actually gain some hand size. Nah, it's never panic time, it's just save scum time. Like especially if I'm streaming it, I've just accepted ahead of time. I'm going to make every single mistake that's possible and some more that I invent along the way. So it's like it's infinitely easier to just record offline, but then there's no proof for nothing to watch or whatever. Yeah, the sell value is also a good idea. That's a more niche thing, but I like those. Is it possible to copy gift card? I'm assuming it's not. We are doing Stuntman later. We're not doing Bean with Stuntman, but I think that might be more interesting also. But now we know roughly how much hand size we're going to get. And we can crypt it up this and get some score, I guess. Not the worst idea I've ever had. But is it enough to, like, but then I also have cards I don't need, like... There are no good options here. Can we get one more bean? We can. Okay, so we get the good hand size, but we can't beat the blind. Even if we beat the blind, I have many cards I don't want that we need to manage. That's going to be a problem. Or is this enough? It's not. Not even close. Okay, so we're going back. We need to set up the cards better. How far do we go back? I don't know. So this is... I've already sold the DNA. I think I just want to go back to the DNA and make good cards. Because that's the way I did this last time. Well, last time I did it well. But this is like... No, we don't have the cards. We have a ectoplasm, which is cool. Which we don't need for now. Did I sell the negative? No, good. Still use this so we know. Those are both ectoplasms, never mind. But now we need to play you. We need to play straights. We have these. We have made... Yeah, the planets will also be very helpful. It's just I'm not capable of keeping all of that in my brain. We have one wildcard is a jack, okay. Have I played a hand here? So we can just do this. Like this is the way to make the hands easier. Not the king. I don't know which one we will draw, of course. Well, we have 10 jack. We can do this. It's good enough. A burnt is good as well, but what do we sell for burnt, dude? Like, again, there are a million things we need. But also, modded is tricky, because I don't think... Like, it's not like modded content is bad, but the way I've been doing modded content is clearly also not good. Where are we? We are in 93. Yeah, I think we're going to delete him for something else. Since we get the 4 blueprints, a blue boy is fine. I just forget where he lives. And there is a cola. I don't know if we want the cola either, if it's just like a waste of... And you've already gone fully insane with whatever mod you played. I think there is a blue boy somewhere on the way to the cola, so if we're going for the cola, we might as well get him as well. Again, it's the printing of cards is a problem. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot to learn. Like, that's the main reason why it took me so long to get into mods as well, because you're just looking at a wall of 400 jokers that you don't know what they do. Kind of wacky. But it's very interesting once you're into it. Throw the king. I don't know if it's just also this seed, but I'm way more likely to draw high straights always. Still need a queen, so the 9 is not relevant. We could still play a couple of cards. Yeah, that's kind of the point why I like making videos. I have time to make sense of the madness, sort of. And then it still needs to be some kind of mad to remain interesting. So we can throw these guys. Still. Only vouchers. Play this again. We have room for 2, which is good. That's what we need. And we're going to have the big 16 ships on this guy. It's not going to be enough for score here either. Where's the flush? Just enough. Don't need random cards. At least the flush on its own is cool enough for score. Can spend this in the pack with this guy. Will be good enough. We can remove some cards, which is good. Again, I don't want to just print cards that I'm not going to use. Just delete the king I just made, perfect. But now we have the problem that there is a cola in here, which I need to sell something to make room for. I need to grab it now, or we just ignore the cola, because I don't think I can manage the voucher shenanigans anyway. It has literally never worked for me. With a wall of text on just one joker where it doesn't even fit on the screen. I've definitely seen that before. Let's just keep the DNA, and I just need to remember to oh, yeah, that's one of these things. Don't need too many of those. They're already in the wrong order. Perfect. I don't think he does. I need to keep him for both of them. Did I print more jacks? What did I print? We made jacks. That's why we have more of them. Right. So we need to make a queen, a king, some kind of ace, preferably. Wild card, and a 10. That's manageable. Just make the 10 for now. But this is also stuff that I should really just write down to remember, but it's also too much work. So we have the ace, we don't have a king. Can we find a king? We can. It's the wrong king, but we can make him a cool king. Question is, should I make him a cool king now? I guess I should, because the sooner we can get the seancing done, we're good to move on. Gold seal is not bad. Random aces, not really needed for anything that I can think of. Are we just ignoring here as well and keeping... Let's just stick to cash as the main plan. Because now we can make more of that queen also soon. Because we aren't really that rich currently. Delete some cards, always nice. So jacks and 10s are already what we have the most of, so I don't think the death card makes sense. We need a strength card at some point, preferably soon. To make things easier. Typical kind of thing I have not looked up at all. But surely there has to be one. Yeah, there's one in 5, that's good enough. Why did I keep the talisman? Because of course I'm only going to print those. Don't need more of these now. So we did the 10s, we did jacks, we need to do the other ones. Early anti-5 sounds nice. Make this guy. Actually, why do I need to make the full straight? Because it wasn't that hard to find the cards last time. So maybe we should just do a strength thing first and then do... Or maybe have a few of these also so we can actually find them, because that's another problem. Why are there always so many problems? Because now we don't have the right queen or the right ace, because I haven't made those wild cards yet, so I need to look for that as well. Let's just make more of these for now. We can play like... and keep fishing for a straight maybe. It's unlikely when we don't have... We don't have wild cards for everything yet. It's the wrong ace. Every single tarot card is... I don't see what... I mean, we can use it to block things when the showman is out, but I don't see what it actually does that's helpful. Just play a 2-pair. It's gonna be terrible, but... So this is also part of the problem, that now that I kept this, we're not getting as much seance or anything else done. Because we're juggling too many things at once. Okay, this is good, we can get... It's the queen and ace we're missing. No, we have the queen. Only the ace. We don't have an ace here, perfect. But we can make... some of these that we need for the boss, because we'll see if I'm even capable of streaming this. Make a steel guy, we could fish for maybe a death card, but I don't remember if it was here. Because now these are good, but I don't want to keep them because I will clone them with this guy. That's how this always works. You print what you don't want. Ectoplasm is fine. But we also need a wild card ace. Or we just print the aces of whatever suit. Like a spade of... Ace of spades would be nice with this, for example, and we have the wild cards for everything else. We haven't actually cloned the wild king either yet. This is what we need, but it's not good enough either. We have a 9, so this is easier than the ace. That's good enough, right? Do we... But should I make more of something first? Maybe I still should. Get these. And then we do the thing. But then we need to use these first, like this. All the things to do. Just gonna do this also, just have some random cards with... Actually, maybe just get some of these also, because we need to score at the boss. So that seems fine to me, and we need to get you reactivated and you. And now we can play this thing. And now we're not getting what we need instead. Didn't we have a cryptid way earlier last time? Sure we did. Buy these, keep the cash. It's not scripted, that's the problem. Oh, you mean the printing things? I mean, I don't know if we need to play it in like the same round. I could have skipped the round where I played a seance before where I didn't now, all that kind of stuff. Does it reset every ante? Okay, right. So there is a reasoning for it at least. Where do I play these? This is not going to be enough now, right? So we can just play some cards. Right, it's read the boss blind. It's always a good idea. And we have a super lucky draw. But I need to just use this on whatever random as well. We need to make room. Would I try to remember the plan? Thanks and good night. Going to bed at a reasonable time seems smart. Now we have the cryptid. And here we should have the strength card, which I need to remember. Then we can make the kings. We already don't need seance, which is nice. So we could have this maybe for cash instead. We have all the 3 cards we need. If we need more cards, I've already forgotten. This is the one we need. If I want a golden ticket, I have to buy this or just keep rolling for one. But surely it's cheaper to just do the packs. And some planets, why not? I guess the boss is going to be a problem. Well, luckily we should only need 1 strength card. And hopefully we can now, I should have used these earlier as well, so we can start printing cryptids, because it's better to just have those. I'm ignoring these for now. You're on a jack. Not the best thing, but not the worst. Should probably just do this first before we print more. Because doing things in the right order is more good. And I want to keep these just as bookmarks. That's good enough. Cool. Print me a king. That doesn't even matter for now, because we don't have the ticket. We're not drawing jacks. But can we play and keep these in hand and score? Maybe we can. We're making some kind of cash at least. And we can get the tickets. Likely to be more used than that guy. But never guaranteed. Get me some cryptids. Everything else, fine. Going to just keep selling these for now. Because we can stack them later. Need to focus on the things that are more good early. Just going to be the kings, probably for just cash reasons. It's only 4, or we can play the golden seal also. And also remember to do the things. So mostly I'm just trying to learn how to keep track of all these things and stream at the same time. That's my main problem. Streaming has been nice, like talking to some actual people and not just my own madness is cool. We don't need anything else here. We have the ticket, we have the stuff. It's next until we need the cash for, and we just need to print the right cards. And now we have a higher chance to print more cryptids next time, which is good. I'm wondering also if we should just clone some of these again for the boss. Because we are on plasma, so a ship stack is useful. And then we just play one hand. No. Problem with just throwing everything away is also that this guy is now worse, but... Oh, I don't have a king, of course I don't. Play a dead 2-pair. At least the ships are enough for now. Also more hands, we can play through more golden cards. Not now, but later we can. Also some planets that you guys have been saying, which is smart. I just need to also buy them. Like any random, because we're going to be playing whatever we had, like 20 hands. We don't need to commit to one specifically for this. Maybe even some pair stuff, because pairs are supposedly quite good in normal play. Do I want to use random magic cards? Sure. Magical 7s. The Fool is nice, but it's better if we also find something to actually use him on. Don't need these anymore. I just always find it funny, I hear these things, but in the runs I do it doesn't make sense. But nothing makes sense at that point. No, I literally started like 2 weeks before whatever my first video was. It's like half a year now or something. I've never played higher than Orange Steak. Because I was already experimenting with YouTube, so I basically did I made a couple of normal runs, realized that we can do crazy stuff in this game, and then I've been doing only that, nothing else. There's no time for anything else at all. But I mean, I have a lot of hours in it now. I have just hit 400 hours of doing only Seeded Madness. I don't know if that explains things about my brain cell or not, but it is what it is. Play a cool house instead. What a nice. It's actually good this early on when we're not getting the score as well, because that means we have time to maybe play more hands to get more cash, but we don't have more things that give cash. We play a straight only to play that king. To get the extra no cash. It was like making these videos. First I have to figure out what to do. Then I need to do the recording, which I'm not trying to stream. Do we want the cola? We do. Do we sell the DNA now? Do we need it still? Maybe that's enough with cryptids. I'm not gonna sell a blueprint, so we just throw that now. Yeah, there's a couple. Like, there's one in 98 is the earliest one. You can land a Baron, which is cool. Super useful. Do we want the bull for now? We don't really need the bull. But what else are we gonna grab? Blueprints, right? I remember. Don't even have room for a fool. I mean, we can do this. It's like better than nothing. And I want to have the bookmark still. We also have the regular cryptid still. Ecto. That thing. Don't need one more. This needs to be like this. That's also an interesting idea. I'm sure you could somehow. Things are always breakable. But that one is easier to do just with the magic of editing. I also don't know if, like, even infinity hours would not help me, I think. Some more cryptids in. Don't need the temperance. Okay, good. Now we don't have DNA, which I also need to remember. I was surprisingly good at breaking things before this as well, but not on purpose. It's just I show up and things explode. Flashcard is also a good idea. I definitely want to do. Which I did a reroll with 1.8 million Balatro dollars in the shop, and I didn't have a flashcard. That's the level of how much I'm paying attention. If there ever was a time. It's still going to be more efficient to spread it out over many antes, I suppose, rather than doing one. But that should have still been a pretty big flashcard. And now let's remember to bring the last blueprint also. Just in a run where we juggle 20 things, 50 things, whatever I always say. Chances that I forget all of them quite high. Do a death card, do a fool. Is this a good enough deck to beat the boss? Like, we still don't have that many cards that actually score. We have like 5 of a kind, which is a cool hand. I mean, that's still 310 shit. Maybe that's fine. They are being played again and again also. Are these all cryptids now? That's cool. Yeah, most terrible. But we have 20 hands to play, like I can play it better than I did for sure. But where are the cool kings? Actually, these are cool enough. Just gonna sacrifice the lucky 7 also. Because for now we can just slam everything into this guy, even though he doesn't have that many ships. And it should still be enough. We have more kings, yes we do. But he also gets worse the more cards I throw away. But this is why I need to make more of these that I haven't done enough of. But that's why I'm keeping the cryptid, so I can like make it on the fly, because I'm going to have beansed it ahead of time. It's just the way that it goes. Thank you. I'm going to need all the luck I can get. Because it's doable, but it's going to require focus. And judging by how this is going so far, I'm gonna say I'm not awake enough, but we can get started and that's fine. Like, it's more fun if it goes horribly wrong. First, at least. The blue boy. We're going to have to throw him as well. I'm guessing I should throw the ticket first, though. Just to make it easier to actually make it to the boss. Buy some of these. And then just live on Cryptis alone. The we have Baron at home approach. Yeah, I beansed everything as was expected. This is not going to be a smooth, like, I'm not the kind of guy that can sit down, focus on chat, and play this perfectly. It's never going to happen. It's going to be awful every single time. So we'll see, maybe I'll do some offline recording tomorrow or whatever and set it up if I have to, but for now it's just a mess of cryptids. And we're going to keep them for round 8 to get the boss done. And then we'll see from there. So you don't need to count for now, I'm going to be spending those. That's fine, you have some time off until we get to the point where we need the counting. Should we just play also some reasonable hands for some kind of score? We probably should. There's not all these low, mediocre cards. Only the cool cards. Like a 2-pair. Okay, this is fine. Maybe. Thinking keep the 10s, because that's more ships to do the stuff. I mean, we should get 4k out of that hand, yeah. I never do the math, which is another problem. Things would be easier if I actually checked. Banana is a good enough spot, maybe. More cash, do we want to use more magic cards? Like, anything that has any sort of score, fine. There are some cards sneaking in here. And this is why I need another mod that can stack these. To make it like actually possible to look at. Because, yeah. Surprise. But it doesn't need to be exact. We can realistically... I've printed more than 700 spectral cards, so we have quite a wide margin to work with. So hopefully it's fine. Oh well, it is fine. It's just going to take some doing. And now where are all the golden dudes? Because this is no score at all, which is fine. Is that the one where you lose cash? Or is it the one that sets your cash to 0 so you can go from negative back to 0? It's pretty cool. And the flush house is some kind of score. Still not good, but doable. Like, we don't need to score the 200k in one hand, we need to do it spread out over 20 hands. Which can realistically be done just by playing good hands. Wheels I've just stopped using because we have decent cash, you could say. gamble on a random joker. Be fun to see what it ends up being. Let's get me a golden ace. Or a bean trust fund. Spend all your cash on beans. And then multiply the bean with 0 to do what? Too many ectoplasms already. Don't play a high card. Also do this guy, why not? Bam. Ever being able to go back up to 0 cash is nice. I want to try to go as low as possible with depth as well, where we would need like 40 credit cards and then play 500 hands into... That is a more doable idea, because then we can just have the cards for that later. What am I looking? Now I'm looking for the bean, but not yet. Cool, we can make some more cards that we need. Surprised there's only golden kings. We can make, let's just make a glass dude as well, like that's useful. Actually thinking about options. This is why I just have to play it into a wall first, because that's when the brain comes online, fix the problems. How deep is the bean? It's fairly deep. Again, forgetting to do the burglar. We're not using him now, but... I would like to find... Actually, let's just do this. Play some terrible hands. Find the glass dude or the one that has... the ships on it is the one we need. See you around. Thanks for hanging out. Or should I play you some actual hands? No. This is the one we want more of. Cool. Again, just like, this is the insurance policy for the boss, maybe. Yeah, we're going to need jokers for the setup. It's not going to be possible otherwise. We're going to then try to do the forbidden number in one hand with no jokers. But we need such a stupid amount of things to make it happen that playing that late with no jokers is not possible in the first place. So it's like, it's technically cheating, but I don't see a way to not cheat and do that. And hopefully like the process is interesting enough. And all the stupid things we have to do along the way to maybe make it work. Should be buying some of these packs as well, like, not gonna matter with the burglar, but could be cool after. And planets, all the things. More likely to play the 5, probably. Photo chat is also something I have never played. Like, basically anything that's strong in normal play, I have never seen. That's where I'm at. On my own planet, always. I didn't even know the Square Man was good. Like, he seemed awful if you're looking at just Ante 39 all the time. If you think it's fun by me failing 450 runs in a row. Maybe that's good. But now, I mean, now at least I know some of the jokers that are good in normal play. I have a chance, right? Make a few more of these. I mean, I don't want to keep the death cards again. I don't want to print things I don't need. We can manage the deck fully later. But now this will kind of have to do. I mean, for anti-8, I'm sure it's pretty good. And balancing, I mean, it's going to be impossible to balance everything for late game and for anti-8, so... Bean time. Maybe. And this time I'm not going to sell the bean. I remember that part. Keep the bean. Bean is kind of important for the bean magic. Maybe see if I can find a cool card, maybe that can help also. Not a disco rock, but not bad. A red rock. Doing rock things. Do a save. Okay, I'm considering selling this guy also, even though I know it's insane, but... Okay, so we play... Do we just not play? Like... Baron or Mime, that's more good. The way I English is because my brain was installed backwards. So if that, I'm hoping that's interesting. Says I have nothing going on. More people, welcome. Trying to do bean stuff. I mean, you have to sacrifice everything for the bean, is the way it always goes. But now we scored 64k with the queens at least, which is more on par with something like that's doable. So we can probably throw away some awful hands now and be fine anyway. I also don't know how set the bean magic is. It should be like everything else, but don't see super consistent beans, I don't think. No point really playing the kings either, because we don't have a golden ticket, we have nothing. Surprise. And I'm thinking this will have to go late, because there was some guy who solved the... what you call it? The voucher thing for ante-16 beans. But I have never solved it. And I don't know if I can make it work either. Yeah. Bean and a Baron or whatever. I tried that later at some point. I think I ended up with 50 hand size or something like that, but... If you can't beat the round, it also doesn't matter. But this is pretty good. Welcome, all the cool people. This is going well, maybe. I'm always just expecting to do badly on stream, because I'm not used to it yet. It's very possible I forgot to do all the things. But will you still, like, I'll do my best now. If it's horrible, I will have to just re-record. But that will be a later problem. And one day I will learn to also play it right while streaming. So this should not be 100k, but it should be... yeah, that's good enough. That's not a bean. Those are a lot of Baron Mime ideas you have. Thank you, that's very nice to hear. And the bean at the end, nice. So, I don't think this is the most hand size we could have gotten, but hopefully it's good enough. And we can just do a few more of these. And a 5 of a kind, I'm assuming, is good enough. Plus 5 even. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're alive. Yeah, but getting the like, that's not gonna happen perfectly. I'm thinking more comparative to what I did in other rounds, or the runs. Now we need to buy stuff, like... this is where it becomes hard. Because now we have nothing. We have a bean. That's still 5 hand size because it ended debuffed. I'm using jokers to get to that point, but then scoring without jokers is the plan. Those are some good odds. So I know there's a blueprint in here. A brainstorm even. But what else do we use for score now? And we also have a plant coming up. And we don't have retcon. We will never have retcon. It doesn't exist when I play. I've considered... I have sold negatives before, but generally if I can keep negatives, that's good. Are we going on a boss now? Yes, but if we need to use like 10 ectoplasms or whatever... How could I save 30 hand size? Oh yeah, you mean selling it. It might be smarter to sell negative stuff early on. Because we could have done way more beans, like... Actually, maybe that's smart. We can try that, just see where it lands also. Because we have the cryptids, we can just make cards work. Let's just see how that... I mean, because that should be the perfect bean. We will only have Perkeo on a bean. Oh, we're not even... Alright, I'm on the wrong saves, that's why. Ah. Is it run 20 maybe? No. I did, but I don't know when I saved. Only keeping the bean. So that's a fantastic move. That sounds like something I would do as well. This, so delete it all. Guarantee the bean. Of course, it's not even on the bean first. But this should be good. I'm using a third-party program. It's literally only called Balatro Save and Load on Reddit somewhere. Super useful. You can auto-save every whatever minute, so you can just manually save. when you feel like it. Yeah, we need to avoid Steam modded at literally any cost. We'll break every... I can't even do the bean thing with Steam mods installed. And thankfully that kind of writing is what my brain is better at, so that reads fine to me. Again, I guess I should just play like some useful hands also. Is that the most impressive thing of it all, that you can break a bug? So I've seen it many times now. It's kind of bad when you spend a long time recording just to get there with the setup you want, only to have it not work, and I can't use the saves because that's also broken. Rather, whenever you move Steam modded in and out, it breaks everything with the saves as well. It will just crash on instantly on entering. I don't know why I didn't try to sell everything for this ante, because it makes a lot of sense now that you say it, that early on we can get away with actually the bean just gets crushed into fine bean paste. Did I forget to load on one now as well? Like the way I look at it, if we have to dig a bean up from deep in the shop, it's just a crushed pile of bean paste at the bottom. I think it is Steam modded, which is like the mod framework you need to run any mod at all, so it's a bit of a problem. It could be Saturn as well, because that's the main thing I have been running. But I'm fairly certain that Saturn might actually be innocent and it's all in Steam modded. Yeah, Handy is fantastic. The only thing I'm missing is some way to stack these, but we can like... The good thing with the cryptids is that we can spend them all now. I mean, I don't want to spend them all on gold kings. Let's just play the rock. It's a cool rock. We need to spend them on steel kings. Why am... It's just reflex now. Quit out on the wrong joker. Cool. Very helpful. Now we quit. Like I have a 50% chance to do it right, even if I do it randomly. It's just habit. You get used to quit out every hand. But it's just, that's just doing it live. Like I said before, everything is going to go wrong. And we don't get the last bean, but we get 50 hand size. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because there's so many cool mods, like not being able to use them and use something like this is a bit of a shame. So I'm running, it's literally only Handy now. So that works for sure. And I guess any other mod that runs without Steam modded. But now we are beansed because we have, again, nothing. We can get... Do we need more hand size? Fine. Also worth nothing now. More hand size is more good. I think someone once said. Could also do... Because one guy, or whatever, said before they left that we have not a Baron. The boss that hates face cards, the plant coming up. So we need something to handle the plant, and I'm thinking just the good old steel boy. Because we're going to make... We can also get that banana. Sure, that's a good approach. And now we just need to go on a blueprint hunt as well. There aren't that many for now, but we need a showman also. Like, we need to get all the things in here. And even more complicated is that we need to get them in the right order, because I don't want to ectoplasma bean. This guy will actually help though. Idol we don't have. We don't have anything to really use that for. Could have Jimbo. We've already like filled up on jokers and we totally have no way to make room for more. Did I want to do in here? I don't even know. Cash. Need to purge some things also. Well, like the banana is not gonna be enough. We need something else. Literally anything. I haven't looked at all the natural negatives in here, but Jimbo doesn't seem that unlikely. You get some depth. I mean, that's some ships, but this guy's better. This thing we need. There is a mine, but we don't have any steel cards to reactivate. Have I missed anything that would have actually helped? Like, I mean, there was supposed to be a steel joker that I didn't see. Like, I have a checklist, I guess, but I'm just looking at the seed also because I'm not gonna look up everything in advance. In case we find a steel card. Or do we just get like... Chances that that lands a useful card is so low. I'm not hopeful for the idol. Ice cream, like... We don't have enough re-triggers for that to make sense. The scoring requirement is also not insane, like it's the same as the boss, so... I think we are honestly fine. We need a ticket also, but maybe that's in the next... yeah. Okay, let's just try this. Not a good setup, but it is a setup. It's enough. Barely. The banana survived. Runner is also not going to be very helpful. But then I think we can just survive this. I just need a steel card somehow. The problem is that we also cannot just make... We can't live on steel cards. We need something that's not kings. There's a lot of Baron Mime ideas that are all over the place. Good night. You can just count your infinite Baron Mimes as a way to fall asleep, probably. Yeah, we need this also. So the main problem now is the plant in ante 11. I think we will have to just find stuff in the... Like that is not the worst thing to use. Except that it's the worst thing to use because I don't wanna... The flower pot is going to be hard as well. I mean, it's the same as a banana, right? But it's nice having to play more fancy hands and use wild cards and stuff. It's a good idea. I know I can switch to mime after, yes, but I'm too slow to do it probably. There has to be a steel card here somewhere. AAA would be cool. I don't think we have one. I mean, this is good enough now. But it's not good enough for the plant. And I also need to start printing other things because it's getting ridiculous. So now we can just do this. Yeah, that's why. You were right. Of course, that's why we didn't find him. It's always a detail somewhere. Do we want to rewind though? I think we can just plow in with the... We save some cryptids, we just play red steel glass 2s. We're fine. Get this in because we still need to produce all the kings. We have a ticket here also. But now comes the problem where it's good to use ectoplasms now, but we don't have any good targets. I also need a showman that I probably forgot actually. Unless he lives in ante 10. Gonna have to check that. So I think I carried him from 9 previously. I don't remember though, I never remember. Now I was thinking we could get like the cooler banana, but I might just sell it. I'm thinking of selling everything except the brainstorm only so I can ectoplasm the brainstorm. Maybe that's not smart. Because we also need to print a stupid amount of cash. I'm gonna guess the banana, like, what else? The DNA is also not good, because we can get the free DNA later. But it's more fun to gamble, it's just more things that can go... Everything that can go horribly wrong will and should go horribly wrong. But it's like ante 16, so it's kinda late. Let's just skip this for now. But why are there no steel cards? Yeah, Murphy is somewhere in my brain cell as well. It's going to be... Oh yeah, we sold the target, right? It's going to be... Now it's the banana. It's the ticket. That's not bad, but... If we're doing more bean magic, I'm selling the ticket, so it's kind of a waste to have it negative, but we could have the ticket. It's not illegal. If we're doing it properly, I'm selling everything except these two. We're doing the ectoplasm and then buying the ticket. And then we have to just somehow find things after. Maybe that's just the way to go. The only way to make it work. Force it to not have any bad targets. We didn't buy anything else here, I think. Five of a kind, probably easier to play with what we have. But we can do the plant with just this, so that's good enough for me. I think it just decides ahead of time, like it's locked to the seed. Because at least whenever I do it, we will just land on whatever it wants. It doesn't matter how I buy them or what I do. What's in here, actually? We get the ticket, which is nice. Might as well have more cash things. Then again, I want a steel card, but apparently very hard to find. Another bean. We could have just like whatever for ships, but this guy is probably enough since we have the red seals, like he's fine. But we need to dig here anyway. A sock would be cool also to make more cash, because we don't have that much of an income currently with only one brainstorm. This is also not the worst. I think we already have the... yeah, we do. We don't need that. But it's not bad. We have some wild cards. But we already have this. This is also fine. But we can re-trigger this guy more because we have the seal. So surely that's still a better option. Do we want another banana just to see if we can nuke it for the cool banana? Let's do that. Business card is also decent. Cash. All the options. We don't need you. Where are we in the digging? Because if we don't make enough cash, I can't even find the showman, and then we have a problem. So we need to just invest and hope we're fine. Really nothing. I mean, this is good with the hand size, but surely that's better than this. Yeah, but the stuntman will have to live in the shop for another like 20 antes realistically. Okay, so we can play. Do I want more gold? Like, I don't think that I do, but fine. I'm making 60 bucks because I forgot to move the... There's always something. Slice out some cards. We can skip these also. Now we can play. Slightly better. And that's the whole deck already, right? mediocre value at best. Then we can play these. And that should be fine. Barely. It's spicy. But we should be able to get more blueprints and stuff next, Ante. If we can live that long. There we have the one card that we need. I forgot to use this also. Now we can find the steel thing. Problem is that I need a steel king, but I need something else steel also. I'm just gonna do some of this so we can find this guy easier later. We can delete some of the random cards that we don't need. Because deck management is going to be just a massive problem now. It's just not going to be a disco guy, but might as well try it. Yeah. I have all the cards I need. I just got in on the cryptids for now. Shad is not bad. Get the banana out. It finally happened. Oh yeah, we're digging for the guy, right? Get the banana out, the banana in. Oh yeah, because it actually re-triggers as well. It's not bad. Delete some cards. We could get this in also. Because as long as we can make another steel card that is not a king. Let's just get this out. Okay, now we have maybe what we need. Now we have a purple seal also. Cool. Somewhere in here. Can make another glass king also, might as well. Just for the future. It's not a very good wage. Don't think he can live. Nobody can live off that. Might as well have glass cards. Just they're easier to explode. That's just enough with the photo shad once. Could have played less cards also. Because we do need the cash. This is perfect. But now the problem is we might not be able to afford the showman because I don't think I've done this well. This works with the steel man. But maybe we can get around. We don't have the re-triggers to make DNA really good. Anyway, let's get the later one. Should I buy these just to get a free reroll? Also, maybe I should. So what do we sell for the showman? We need to sell something else. Is it going to be the mime? Gonna have to be something. Okay, good. We maybe have what we need. There is a sock here also, but it's too expensive. Okay. What if we play like 3? Also not enough. Too much, rather. Okay, but here we should have blueprints. At least one. But how deep? Fairly deep still. It's a problem. But now we have the score we need now. I should also just spend these. Because we want to, I need to get printing the other cards soon. Now, really. We're gonna have to unionize in the chat. A disco castle is at least fancy. But it's not gonna help. This is also going to ruin everything. Because we have this guy now already. And I'm thinking we can just get away with steel anything. So we could make steel 2s or glass 2s. And that will be fine. We just need to draw those cards somehow. And I want the blueprint anyway. Because we need print things. A lot of things. I'm thinking we have to save these, most of them, until after the boss, because else I'm not gonna draw what we need. Throw some random cards. So we might think that the score is fine, but it's very much not fine. Also, cash is bad. And this is just the way it goes. It's a tricky balance. It's too many things to balance, really. Can throw away some more cards, which is nice. A stencil could have been cool also. Not for what we have now, but just in general. We saw the cool castle. It's possible that we can't afford this, but we have one more round, right? We do. Is it worth getting the blueprint now? It probably is. But then... So this is again a problem, because if we find a blueprint now, that's good. But I don't have any good ectoplasm targets again. I don't know what I would throw, because we need the cash, we need the score. We're changing to you for score, so we can probably... This is probably what goes. Actually. And then we can see... Not like the ectoplasm is going to just be nice. No. Never in a million years. Because I remember around here that I kind of have to keep the showman, because there are more blueprints coming, and we need the blueprints to do stuff in... Well, soon. We need to print things now, but we also, if we can get the bean going, we need blueprints for hands. We need blueprints to play more things on the ticket. But I'm just thinking I'm gonna have to redo this when I'm more awake. It's the only thing I can think of. And we need to make a steel something else with the red seal, so we can do this. And we have what we need. That's the wrong card. Perfect. Well, and we're just playing the glass cards instead for the boss, that's fine. And after that we should be fine, because then we can just do Baron things. I have kind of forgotten where he is also. Probably 12. 11. We're not getting a Baron. But at least we have the gold cards to play for cash. And we have you. We should be making less score now, because we need to re-trigger you, because we don't have that many steel cards, but we can make more steel cards. And we can still play the gold cards for slightly more cash. Now it's just enough. But it's not enough for the boss. But we have enough to last a few antes. I haven't done any double tag shenanigans either, which I really needed to do for vouchers. But I also don't remember if there was an easy to get bean in 16 anyway. So let's just do the plant. Throw away some of these. Yeah, we could do a glass for that, but I'm thinking we can just do these, like, because we had those with bread seals. You can play the flush 5 and we have a multiplier on this, or we could just play... Yeah, we could have done observatory also here, or something else. I just don't know which one is best in this case. But either should be fine. But chat is only one card. There was a hack as well in the shop we could have had. Now we should be good. Well, there's still a million... Again, as always. Problems now. Cash. Cards. We can go in and use most of the cryptids so we can at least start printing the other things. But we need cash to find more things in the shop. We need to manage the deck. We need a stupid amount of blueprints. We don't need to use all of them now, but it's more like... Now we're going to draw cards. We should have maybe more gold cards for now also. We can try to manage the deck over time. It's probably going to be horrible. But as far as I can tell, this has to go late anyway, so it's going to be horrible regardless, is what I'm thinking. You can be a steel card, why not? Hopefully I can skip that animation. So what do we have another sock or another blueprint? Well, I know we have a blueprint here. We also have a sock, cool, so we can start doing more things with the cash stuff, maybe. Also cola. But do I even have the cash to dig up these things? And I have so few colas now, I don't have enough cash to really stack them. But the egg could have been nice. I am also asleep, which is just the bigger problem. Let's do this ante at least and then call it. Because this is looking like a redo anyway. I haven't set anything up right. And the blueprint is quite late. Okay, perfect. What do you mean, what's my setup like? I have a PC. It's good enough. That's it. I also don't need the temperance cards, and we have too many of these. So this is also where it's probably we're printing things too late. Like there are so many things that are, I mean, maybe not completely wrong, but too far from optimal to be good enough. That's what I'm thinking. Now we just have enough steel cards that we have some score. Yeah, cool. But that also means I'm making Yeah. Yes, it's not a problem. It's more fun if it goes horribly wrong first. So the question, like, every time we find something like this, we can now throw the ticket and everything else. We can slam an ectoplasm on this guy, maybe. I also don't even know if I have. I mean, we can try. No. Always the shad. And then we burn him. We get the steel boy, of course we do. Then I think I can burn him as well, because there might be another one. Then we get the showman, which I don't want. So there's no point. Because we could make a negative showman just because it's easier, but if we're going to sell him for some bean magic anyway, again, it's a waste. Get a bull. More things to be a problem later. But that means we can at least afford the blueprint, which is good. Maybe it should, but we have 11 is enough for now. Yeah, with Shad. Sure. You're definitely right. I don't know why I always say probably. It's not like I've done the math. So of course I don't know what's best. Could have more of this also. Move you. Do around. Use more cryptids. So that we can print the good things. Because we still need more cryptids also. We have nowhere near enough cards. We will have... Because just a single DNA is not enough. And then we have the guy. We also have more brainstorms and stuff coming, so we have to keep the showman. The plan is to not go observatory. The plan is to have 400 whatever steel cards and draw them with the stuntman just to make it nice and wacky and dumb. But for actual jokers, I don't think I've come up with any of my own yet. But I think I would just blend two into something stupid. Like we could, what if we just combined all three of these? You could have a banana that re-triggers, but that can also explode and print some random commons. That's a stupid enough idea. The banana raff boy. Blue banana raff. But I don't think I'm going to get anywhere close to what we need to do today, because I'm too tired. So I'm just gonna do this boss and then call it. And we still need you for stuff and things. And try again tomorrow, hopefully. That sounds like an insane mod. And Stuntman, if you sell a Stuntman, you draw 2 cards. Normally he's just ships and minus hand size. But the idea is that instead of just printing 400 cards with cryptids in one hand, which is easy, we can clone 200 something Stuntman and draw 2 cards at a time, and that's a very dumb way to do it, but it's funnier, so that's why. But I'm going to just end the stream after this boss because I need to sleep. And I'm gonna have to do a better setup of this because it's already like way off track. It's doable. It needs to be done better. So we will have to continue next time. And what does it penta against the boss then? Is it 4 or is it just a random number? I don't know when the next stream is going to be even. Like this is like a side thing I'm doing now, so I want to get around to stream more, to record and stream basically, rather than doing it offline. But I don't know when I will have time, so it's unlikely to be like good stream times for now. I'm going to end it here now though, because I am too tired. I'm setting up nothing right, which is fine. There needs to be some experimentation. It has to go wrong. That's just the way that it is. But now I know what I need to do for next time. Like, we need to get the specters right. I need to get the cache right. I need to do the juggling with jokers early, so we could have used ectoplasms already on these two, for example. So there's lots of things to do better. But it was nice to have some people here helping out. It's very, very nice. And also just hanging out with people, which I don't get to do normally. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you around soon, hopefully.